As everyone knows by now, I've been a fan of Cartoon Network since 1998, less so than 2010. In recent years, people have been complaining about the lack of variety in Cartoon Network's programming. Usually the same 5 or 6 shows can be seen airing daily for hours upon hours at a time. So today, I aim to solve a mystery that's been on my mind for over 20 years. What would I do if I was given complete control of Cartoon Network for one day? The only concrete rule here is that I have to cover a full 24 hours, midnight to midnight. Now, of course, if most fans were given this power, they would just fill the entire day with their favourites. I would do that, but I want to be fair because not everyone loves Ed, Edd n Eddy or Tom and Jerry. They're crazy and wrong, but they have their opinions. So I'm going to try and be fair and have a decent mix of old and new cartoons. I have 24 hours to fill, so each cartoon gets one episode for the day. If there are multiple shorts in a single episode, only one will be picked. If it's a segmented show featuring separate characters, that counts as one and it gets the full-time slot. I'm going to try to stick to these rules as much as possible, but there will have to be some leniency here and there. I'm also leaving airspace for commercials, because it is TV after all. I can only pick shows that have previously aired on Cartoon Network, Toonami, or Boomerang. Also, the last rule, and this should be an obvious one, no live action shows. The clue is in the channel name. Alright, 24 hours, 1 episode per cartoon, and no repeating. Let's begin. We begin at 12 o'clock midnight with Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I've never watched it, but it felt like the right thing to start with. 12:20, The Adventures of Johnny Quest. Another show I've never seen, and believe me, in recent days this has cost me a problem or two. We'll talk about that when Video Memories returns. 12:45, Scootoony. 1:10, X-Men Evolution. 1:30, Hong Kong Phooey. It's the graveyard shift where the less popular shows find their time in the spotlight, so there may be some unpopular opinions here. Things will pick up as we approach dawn. 1:45, Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels. 2 o'clock, Jabberjaw. 2:20, Help, It's the Hair Bear Bunch. 2:40, Josie and the Pussycats. The next 2 hours are based on what I saw on Cartoon Network between 1998 and 2009. 3 o'clock, Gadget Boy. It's a god-awful show, but it did air on Cartoon Network, so it fits. No one's going to watch at this hour anyway, so it doesn't matter in the long run. 3:20, Blinky Bill. 3:40, Tabaluga. 4:05, The Tidings. 4:15, Flying Rhino Junior High. 4:40, The Magic Roundabout. It gets one 5-minute short as opposed to the 36 shorts per night it had in the early 2000s. 4:45, Fat Dog Mendoza. 5:10, The Jetsons. 5:35, The Flintstones. This is when the kids start to wake up, so I have to think, what did kids of the 1990s enjoy in the morning before school? 6 o'clock, Dragon Ball. We can work our way up to Dragon Ball Z, Super and GT. We've got plenty to go through here. 6:20, Pokemon. This one can range from Indigo League to the new Pokemon Journeys. 6:45, Tasmania. 7:10, Animaniacs. 7:35, Tom and Jerry Kids. 8 o'clock, Ben 10, the original. No one likes the reboot, so we're not going there. Also, since I count sequels as different shows and we have to be flexible, this isn't the only time we'll see Ben 10. 8:30, Wacky Races. 8:45, The Amazing World of Gumball. 9 o'clock, Johnny Test. 9:10, Mike Glue and Og. The show I often forget was a cartoon. 9:15, Sonic Boom. 9:30, Robot Boy. 9:45, Inspector Gadget, the original from 1983. 10:10, Steven Universe. I personally don't like the show, but a lot of people do, so it goes here. 10:25, The Life and Times of Juniper Lee. 10:50, Adventure Time. 11:05, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. 11:30, My Gym Partner's a Monkey. 11:45, Teen Titans Go. This may be an unpopular choice since it's been milked beyond belief on today's Cartoon Network, but remember, it gets one episode and that's it, and I think even the ones who hate the show can handle that. 12 noon, Classic Looney Tunes. I may be cheating here, but if you can fill out a half-hour slot with 3 or 4 shorts, each featuring different characters, you could get away with it. Now, as much as I'd like for the next half hour to be Tom and Jerry, it doesn't technically fit the criteria, so for 12:30, we're going to have Tiny Toon Adventures. 1 PM, Justice League. 1:25, Fly Tales. This one may be a surprise, but this stupid cartoon can fill 5 minutes, so let's go with it. 1:30, Camp Lazlo. 1:45, Top Cat. 2:15, The Pink Panther. 2:40, The Yogi Bear Show. 3:05, Craig of the Creek. I have no idea what this show is, but it's animated, it aired on Cartoon Network, so it counts. 3:20, Two Stupid Dogs. 3:35, Ben 10, Alien Force. 4 o'clock, a surprising choice perhaps, Super Chunk. We're using the UK format, which features a random cartoon for 2 hours. If this is 1 day a week, we have a different cartoon every week, which can be picked by voting on the Cartoon Network website. And yes, it can be a cartoon already on this list. I'm thinking of every angle here. I will say, if this does become a thing, I demand the first week of Super Chunk to be Tom and Jerry. No discussion, no debate, no vote. Tom and Jerry, I have control, so it's a done deal. Moving on. 6 o'clock, Batman the Animated Series. 6:25, The Cramp Twins. Another show I hate, but it aired on the network, so I can't say no. 6:40, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? Since there are dozens of Scooby-Doo TV shows, they can each alternate every week, as long as they fit the 1 episode per time slot rule. 7:05, The Mask. Never seen it, but it was a thing. Now, one thing I've talked about with Cartoon Network is the Cartoons time slot that used to air between 11 PM and 1 AM, but we're moving it up to 7:30. We're sticking with the original lineup with a few minor changes to cover shows with multiple episodes. 7:30, Dexter's Laboratory. 7:40, Time Squad. 7:50, Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi. 8 o'clock, The Powerpuff Girls. 8:10, Johnny Bravo. 8:20, Codename Kids Next Door. 8:30, Ed, Edd n Eddy. 8:40, Cow and Chicken. 8:50, I Am Weasel. 9 o'clock, The Justice Friends. Yes, technically it's a Dexter's Laboratory episode, but it has different characters, so I feel like we can get away with it. 9:10, Courage the Cowardly Dog. 9:20, The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. 9:30, Evil Con Carne. By now the kids are probably heading to bed, so we can break out a few more action-oriented shows. 9:40, Star Wars The Clone Wars. 10 o'clock, Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. 10:25, Samurai Jack. 10:50, Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. 11:15, Shaolin Showdown. 11:40, Freakazoid. And finally, to round out the night at 11:50, Duck Dodgers. Not always action, but it's a good show and it fills the 10-minute space. And there we go, 24 hours covered. Believe me, this was exhausting to figure out. I had to check if every show aired on the channels, I had to check runtimes, a lot of research went into this. And now that I'm done, I never have to do it again. Which begs the question, if you were given the power over Cartoon Network for 24 hours, what would you do?